MTV, you played yourself and you kind of played me too, but like, it's not about me. Yes, it is. All right. Now, don't I have a story for you guys? Was that the right way to say that sentence? Don't I? No, it wasn't. Do I have a story for you guys? Listen, it is 3:15 in the morning. I need to get my life together now. So this story happened February of 2016. So not even a full year yet. I got an email. Now what I'm going to do just to further prove this to you guys, I'm going to put the email on the screen and we're going to read it together. Hi, my name is Corey. I work in casting for MTV Networks in the show Greatest Party Story Ever. I wanted to see if Jeremiah may be interested in telling a story on the second season, possibly Sex in the Bathroom story. You can pause it and read the rest if you want. And I responded to that email with my cell phone number. Also, anytime is good for me. Hope to hear from you soon. So he called me literally like 20 minutes later. So we start to talk a little bit. He starts to talk to me about MTV and the show. I'm like, I know what MTV is. I know what the show is. Like, we're not going on a date. You don't need to explain to me the history of MTV. Just get to the point. Like, I got nothing to do. So the main reason why they contacted me is because I have a story time on my channel called Teacher Wanted Sex. So pretty much what they wanted me to do was tell that story on television. It was either that story or the Sex in the Bathroom story. And then they come across another story on my channel, the warrant for my arrest, which I also proved that video is 100% real. They were like, this story can work. So I get the initial email one day, and then 3 days later, I'm jumping into an audition. I'm like, what? At the time, I was so excited. I'm like, oh my goodness, they're gonna fly me out. They're gonna pay me. I'm gonna get like crazy exposure. I was hyped. So it is now the day of my audition. And right before it starts, I get an email telling me like, we're gonna push it back a few more days. It's best for you. I didn't get a phone call. It's one of the casting directors. And they pretty much tell me they wanna take the general idea of my story, but stretch the hell out of it to make it more appropriate for television. Make a fake story. And the only thing is that I couldn't make the fake story. They were gonna make it for me and I was gonna tell it. And the first time they did it, they were gonna portray me to be like some crazy pothead drunk teenager. And I'm like, what? I'm not gonna be on TV and be portrayed as that. Says the one that gets drunk on camera on YouTube. You got a point. You got a point. But I can't delete an episode on MTV, so I had a vision. I was like, if I'm on MTV being portrayed like this and I get recognized or people know me like, oh yeah, you're that one dude that was doing drugs in the hookah bar and you had a warrant for your arrest and you were drunk. I just didn't want to be known or recognized for that. So I told them I don't want to do that story. And for the most part, they were understanding it and they came up with another story and I was like, okay, I can work with that. It was a story that wasn't going to make me seem like a criminal and like a drug addict. So now it is time for the real audition. So I had my story ready to go. This means their story, but I'm gonna make it sound like my story. So I had the audition with the casting director and the producer of the show. And by the way, this audition was happening via Skype. So they gave me the Skype instructions and I had to make a call and I was sitting there and I was nervous and it was ringing and I had company. So I had like a person watching me do this audition because they're traveled. So then I got an answer and this really nice lady started talking to me. We started conversating back and forth. I was warming up. I was like, all right, the nerves are gone. Let's make it happen. I didn't even get to tell the story that they gave me. She made up a new story on the spot that I had to tell on the spot. I didn't even get any time to rehearse it. This lady gave me a full fabricated story and I had like less than 2 minutes to memorize it as if I really lived it and I'm able to tell it genuinely. I was sitting there like, what the heck? Like, look, I'm not one of these LA cats. Don't push me. Look, I'll hang up and I'll regret it after, but I'm chill, I'm conservative. Throughout this entire process, I talked to 3 different people and we came up with 3 different stories. I'm like, all right, at this point, I'm gonna just tell y'all cat in the hat. But you know what? I thought to myself, I'm no bitch. I'm gonna take this story that I have no time to memorize and I'm gonna do it on the fly and I'm gonna make this fake ass story seem so real that you're gonna believe. You're gonna say, damn, did I come up with that? What? You're a really good storyteller. In my mind, this was the NBA Finals Game 7. I got this. I'm clutch. My back is sweaty. That's why I'm doing this. It's hot. So then she told me, go ahead and look into the computer camera. My screen went black. A little red light came on. I said, oh, she record. Okay, it's a YouTube video. Just do it like, you know how to do this. I'm about to go Super Saiyan. Just.
Have you ever had a dream that
I raised my head up like this, introduced myself. 10 seconds later, she says, hold up, stop. I said, what? My audio wasn't on. I couldn't hear you. You playing with me? So we do it again, and I'm so nervous. I'm talking with my hands. I'm moving my hands way more than usual. I'm nervous. I'm like, this story, I don't even know. Like, am I telling it right? So I tell the story all the way through, and she's like, okay, go ahead and do it again. I'm like, I don't know what the hell I just said. What? I had someone a few feet away from me laughing. I could hear her laughing, and I was like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Like, this is a live YouTube video. Like, I can't edit this or nothing. Can I at least color grade it? No. Okay. Let me try to put it into perspective. So let's say you're in school, you're in your classroom, and your teacher says, hey, pick up that book you've never read before. I'm gonna give you 1 minute to just skim through it, and then you have to recite that entire story back to me as if you were the main character and you were living that story. What the hell? It's like you're doing a group project and you're that one member in the group that didn't do anything, but when it's time to present, the teacher's like, hey, you're the one that's presenting, and you're like, you talking to Stacy? Cause Stacy, he wants you to present the story. Me? You tell the story. For my circumstances, I did a great job. And she said, you did a great job. I'm like, you probably tell that to everybody, and you probably make everybody tell fake stories, which it's obvious. And I know a YouTuber that did an episode, and if you think that's real, I seen it firsthand. It's not real. It's kind of like YouTube where people do outlandish shit just for the views. It's TV, like it's always been fabricated. But after my audition was over, she told me to send some selfies over to her. Also send me the police report from that story that I told, which I'll link the video down below, the warrant for my arrest story time. And then they'll call me back, which I never got a call back. And I was a little upset, but not because they didn't give me a call back, but I felt like they ruined my chances. I talked to 3 different people, got told 3 different stories to tell, and then when I'm ready to tell those stories, another story gets thrown at me. Tell this story. I tell you what, if this video gets 2,500 likes, I will tell the story that I had to tell when I auditioned. And trust me, this would be a story that you would want to see, but keep in mind, it'll be a fake story. Hit the like button if you want me to tell that story. The people's elbow the like button, you know, RKO the like button, F5 the like button. Just hurt the like button. And don't forget to open the description box. Follow me on my Snapchat, my Instagram, my Twitter, my emails down below. MTV, shut your bitch ass up. I don't want to do nothing. Hit the subscribe and notification button on my channel. That way you're notified when I upload, and you'll see every single upload. Don't miss one, because it makes me sad. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe. You guys know what to do. I don't need... And to everybody that watches my videos from start to end, I like you guys the most. That's all I have for you guys for this upload. So until very, very soon, remember, I'm only here to save your money Saturdays very, very soon, and it's hot. 4 o'clock in the morning.